President Bola Tinubu wants the United Nations to be more practical in supporting Nigeria in the fight against terrorism in view of the rippling effects on global peace, displacement of people, and rising poverty. The president spoke when he met with the Under-Secretary General of the United Nations Office on Counter-Terrorism, Vladimir Voronkov. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akonde has more.
President Bola Tinubu explained that terrorism has consistently reversed the gains on development and it has increased instability in families and communities. He called for a consistent UN cooperation in dealing with these issues. The Minister of Foreign Affairs told the visiting delegation from the United Nations that the federal government already have policies that directly tackles poverty and injustice, which are some of the conditions that promote insurgency. The UN Under-Secretary commended Nigeria's efforts in creating a framework on prevention, mitigation, and reconciliation as a way to tackle terrorism. He also said the United Nations was planning a counter-terrorism summit in Abuja by April next year, and it will be largely driven by African nations with an African agenda.
The 180 days provided by law for the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to deliver its judgment will elapse on the 16th of September, and Chairman of the body of benches, Justice Mary Peter Odili, retired, says Nigerians must desist from actions that could threaten the country's democracy. She made this call at the conference in Abuja, organized by a senior advocate of Nigeria, Joey Gazama. Judiciary correspondent Celestina Iria reports.
The Constitution and the Electoral Act gives rights to any aggrieved party from an election to seek redress in court. When such applications or suit is before a court of competent jurisdiction, it is important for parties to refrain from taking actions that will impede the proceedings. Chairman of the body of benchers, Justice Mary Peter Odili, retired, says it is human for politicians who lost elections to feel cheated, but it is not enough for anyone to ventilate their anger without a sense of responsibility.
And to feel cheated or having the short end of the stick, but one who is not declared a winner at any of the electoral contests. Such emotions, however grief, does not justify bringing the roof down, the roof of our nation.
The judiciary is and has always been the last hope of the common man, but its officers insist it should be allowed to do its duty without external interference and blackmail. They believe a new Nigerian is possible and true federalism built if citizens can adhere to the rule of law.
In a new Nigeria, we also have to build a new name. There's much in the name when we pray to the God of heavens. We pray with our names. Where does our name tie to? Where is that name contiguous to?
That for us to fulfill the dream of our founding fathers, we need to truly heed the national call embedded in our national anthem, which urges us as compatriots to arise and faithfully love Nigeria, serve her with honesty, strength, and with all our heart.
Or war. It's like football. You don't know who will win and who will lose. It's like biscuit. You don't know where it will crack. Anybody can be the victim. Nobody should wish for any coup or any war. And even what happened in the past, in the 60s, we are yet to come out of that. The effect is still colossal, negative effect for that matter.
In a few days, President Bola Tinubu will celebrate his 100 days in office with the renewed hope agenda gaining momentum and slowly being achieved. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.